readjust. Thank you all so much for inviting me into your sanctuary and into your space and into your community. My name's Shu Ling Zhao, and I have been a part of the development of a Whatcom Racial Equity Commission here in Whatcom County. And when Davi asked me to come and share with you all today, they asked me for three things. Why is this important? What is it? And what do we do next, right? And sitting here and being in community with you all, I've heard about the importance of honoring the sacred nature of each individual's personhood. And I think that that is a really beautiful and unique facet of this particular congregation. And when we talk about racial equity work, that's what we're talking about. That seeing another human being, seeing their differences and saying, I welcome you, I celebrate you, and I honor you. And I am who I am because we are one community. And so the Whatcom Racial Equity Commission has been an ongoing community-led process for the last 2 years. In 2020, some things happened. There were some protests. After following the murder of George Floyd, our community came together and asked leadership to do something better, to be better, to honor the lives of our community members, and to show up in a different way. And in my work with the Checknut Health Foundation with folks like Christina Michelle Martins and Terrence T.J. Morris and Mona Slagle, we've brought community members together to say, how do we build better? How do we create something different? How do we actually create a government that is of the people, by the people, and for the people? And the answer is to create tables that are owned by the community, where the community's voice is constantly represented, where they are held accountable to each other, and our neighbors are present in our governing processes and in the decisions that impact our lives. And so that is what the Whatcom Racial Equity Commission is set to do. We have spent 2 years creating an ordinance, so a piece of legislation that's going before County Council on Tuesday, the 27th. They'll consider it. I know. Well, yep, we can do this. Yep, it's been a long haul, my friends. We are bringing that in, and they're going to consider opening it up for public inquiry, which means that there's going to be an opportunity for folks to give comment, to weigh in, to show up to a public hearing, to write letters, and to say, hey, I believe in this. Or for folks to say, hey, I actually don't believe in this because I think it's work that we do in our community. That's okay too. Why? Because when we see our differences and we have challenging conversations, we actually build better policy. And we build better community. And we work past our rhetoric to actually heal as a population. Now, I would love to invite you all to be a part of that process in whatever way you feel called. On the 11th is actually going to be the council vote, if everything runs smoothly. And on the 11th, we're asking people to bring all the bright to council chambers. And when I say bring all the bright, I mean that this is an opportunity to shine a light on some truths of our history here in Whatcom County and what's happening around us and with our neighbors. This is an opportunity to bring the brilliance of community wisdom into governing processes. And this is an opportunity to be bold, to be seen as one community in one Whatcom County, wearing all of our bright colors, serving a colorful look in council chambers, and just overwhelming them with what it is to show up as a beloved community. Let's show them what it is to actually manifest that beloved community through policy and through the work. And so I would love to invite you to that public hearing on the 11th. We're going to have a little shindig in the library lawn. Why? Because I love cupcakes. And I love community. And I love music. And I love a good dance party. So we'll do that beforehand. And then at 6 p.m., we're going to hoof it over to the county council chambers. And we're just going to bring the love in. Because what is love? It is a selfless act of will where we seek to outserve and outgive one another. And to do that freely. And so I would love to also invite you today to check in with Mona. Mona has been in this fight for the last year with me, and bless you, because you have been such a gift. She has chosen to give her time, her treasure, and her talent into the process, and that is what I'm asking of all of us to consider. How can we give our time, our treasure, and our talent to manifest a beloved community? So Mona's got some resources for you. There's also, I passed off to Davi the actual piece of material that we sent off to County Council to consider, the packet brief that has all the details about the process. And I feel like the last thing I just want to share with you all is a lot of what we center in our work is how we can show up for our community in a way that allows us to become the ancestors our future generations can be proud of. And that is a challenge that I offer all of you to consider. How do we become ancestors that our children and our children's children can be proud of in every aspect of what we do? And so with that, I just want to say thank you. I hope to see all your bright, whether it is on the 11th or whether it is in the community. My hope is that you bring all the bright. And thank you all.